Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Anil, for a very good introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm so proud to be here. Actually, I would like to share the NSTDA research work and our team that relate to the sustainability. First of all, can I go to the next slide?
Next slide.
Actually, I want to show you the NSTDA that we have a lot of research based on the food and agriculture. These actually we know that NSTDA or NSTDA, we have many national research center. It means we have a lot of technology or many field to develop on the food and agriculture. You can see the figure that can show we have a variance of the research that try to support the food and agricultural sector. Can we go to the next slide? But now for the NSTDA, we try to implement the BCG model. This model is quite new for us because this model proposed by former Science and Technology Ministry, Dr. Sweet Mesinsi, and we try to follow this model. This model is integrate between bioeconomy, circular economy, and green economy to drive the economy in Thailand, also to improve the quality of life in Thailand as well. And for the next one, please. Why we need the BCG model? Actually, the BCG model try to integrate and try to aware about the when we use the resource or material, everything, we need to think about how we consumption and how we earn from the resource that we use. This graph show that you can see the domestic material consumption and material footprint in Thailand and many countries. You can see when you compare the material footprint and domestic material consumption in Thailand per capita, you can see actually Thailand use not much for the material consumption. But when you look another figure, you can see when you think about the material domestic material consumption and material footprint per GDP, in Thailand we use a lot of resource to produce only $1. It means we need to think about how to use the resource efficiency is better than now. It means for the next one, please. We need to think about how to develop the BCG model in the good way and can improve our efficiency. And for the NSTDA, we think that the BCG model can also implement in many sectors. But for the first stage in Thailand, we pick only four sectors, and food and agricultural sector is the one of the sector that we would like to implement on the BCG model. For the three more is around the materials, health and wellness, and also the tourism. But when you look at the food and agricultural sector, we have a lot of situations that will challenge for conform the BCG model. You can see around 12 million people are working in the agricultural sector, or around 32% of the total labor force, but we can contribute only the 6% for GDP. And for the 90% of agricultural of land use, we limit to only the major crop, consists of rice, sugarcane, cassava, rubber, oil palm, and maize. And for the challenge for this sector, we have like the challenge about the crop price and income of the farmer, and also about the natural resource. And the last one, for the workforce in this sector, we have the ages agro workforce. For the NSTDA, we try to find the solution to propose to decrease the production cost, in the same time improve the productivity and develop like a high value and high quality of agro product. And NSTDA, we also provide the advanced infrastructure to prepare and to develop some innovation to support this sector as well. Next one, please. Next. This graph would like to show you, this graph, I would like to show you the production of the crop. Like for the left-hand side, we show the major crop like rice, maize, and oil palm. You can see since 2019 or 2020, the production crop is decreased, but it's not affect much for the another crops. The main problem about the COVID is we have no worker work on this crop, because for the rice, maize, and oil palm, we use a lot of worker for this production. And I would like to show you the impact from the COVID-19. It found that we have the highly negative impacts, and also food security due to the reduction in the global food supply and trade, and also hunger due to about the foreign income and reduced food availability, and also the food loss and waste, and poor nutrition. For the next one, please. This one, I would like to show you our work that based on the sustainable agriculture. In our research, we try to encourage the farmer to change the monoculture to agroforestry, and also to be the sustainable agriculture. We actually, our background is we try to assessment the environmental impact. We use the factor of productivity, also the agronomic factor, materials, fertilizer, or how to improve the quality of the production. And we also have the research on the apply the sustainability indicator in the animal feed production. And also we try to find the GHG qualification and sustainability on the sloping agricultural area. Also find a way to use the agricultural residue. This one we try to focus on the farm production, because we know that for the food supply chain, the agriculture or cultivation is very starting point, or it's quite main important when you go to the next step of food supply chain. But for our work, it's not only focused on only farm production. We also, for the next slide, we also focus on the food supply chain from the harvesting to the household consumption. Now we work with the National Food Loss and Food Waste Index to calculate and to develop the Thailand baseline with many partners in my country. Now we are going to develop like a food loss index by using 10 major crops in Thailand. We call Thailand basket of community. For example, you can see from the slide, we have chicken, oil palm, cassava, sugarcane, and other crop that is already represent our country. And on the other side, since the retail and household consumption, we also work with the government sector to develop the food waste index as well. This one, these two index is very important and quite difficult for us because in Thailand we didn't have this index before. But we try to estimate and when we know the best life of our country, we will know about the way to improvement. And for the last one, I would like to show you the current work that we try to integrate the idea from the circular economy metrics for the sustainable lifestyle. Of course, for the sustainable lifestyle, we focus on main activity. Recently, we focus on 3 activities area about food and drinks, housing, and mobility. We will use the circularity metrics to evaluate for each activity and try to evaluate how long we will get the sustainable lifestyle for each activity. And this is our current project. And we know that the circular economy can design out the waste and pollution for economic activities and try to retain the products and material in use for as long as possible and regenerating natural resource system. And thank you so much.